So the cloud engineer means creating the infrastructure itself, managing the infrastructure, not infrastructure in the cloud, but the DevOps from the initial part of developing the application. The DevOps are creating the infrastructures that are required for it. They are already making the pipelines to deploy the applications, doing the necessary configurations, getting to production, pushing the code, the things out for the users to be able to use. That's what the DevOps really do. So you have the site reliability engineers.
Site reliability engineers. Okay.
So the SRE does majorly monitoring the things you have in production. Facebook was down.
Yeah. Facebook, WhatsApp yes.
was down. So when it went down, the people that ensure that this thing is down, it must come up immediately. Those are the site reliability engineers. They monitor the whole system around it. So is there any increase in memory usage or increase in CPU usage or so on? Or is there any code that is breaking somewhere? You understand? So that's where the site reliability engineers come to play. We have the artificial intelligence engineers. So what those guys really do again is train models. In Lagos State, we have this traffic control things installed on the roads. And you take that they were trained with AI to be able to determine the speed of the cars that pass through it.
Welcome to another episode of the Data and AI Gist podcast. We created this podcast to educate people interested in data analytics across Africa to grow their skill sets and uncover innovations in the world of data analytics and AI. I have with me here John Ewuji. Nice to have you here, John.
Thank you very much.
Before we get started, do you have a nickname we can call you?
You can just call me John. I think that is just okay.
I will call him Young John because that is what I often call him. Thank you very much for being here with us today.
You're welcome.
So who is John? Let our audience know.
Okay. So I would start by introducing myself as my full name is Ewuji Oluwaseyi John. Okay, so I work as a DevOps and cloud engineer with a couple of years, let's say over 5 years in the IT sector. So I have my whole career path in terms of cloud computing, cloud infrastructure, DevOps as a whole system. That's what I do majorly. And also how to assist people in building their path in terms of software development, cloud computing, and what's the whole ecosystem around it.
Awesome. And you may be wondering, why do we have somebody who is an expert in cloud computing and cloud engineering? It's for reasons you'll find out in this podcast. As you may already know, if you are a working professional in analytics, when you are dealing with analytics, you have to deploy your projects, right? And you deploy to the cloud. So what really is this cloud? And that's why we've brought John to walk us through it. John, for listeners who are not very technical, what really is cloud engineering and DevOps, like you mentioned, and where is the cloud? Is it the cloud in the sky? Just share with us.
Okay. Firstly, I always have these thoughts that literally, virtually every young person and everybody have this knowledge of the cloud being the sky.
Oh, yeah.
So from our primary school days, they told us, look at the cloud in the sky. So that's our mindset as regards to cloud. And actually, the whole terminology is called cloud computing. So it's not really talking about the atmosphere, the stratosphere, and so on. It's talking about IT infrastructure owned and managed by big organizations. So, for instance, you have some organizations like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Hawaii, and so on and so forth. They provide infrastructure as a pay-as-you-go platform for organizations, other organizations to use. So, for instance, I have an organization called Mr. A organization. I deal with so things and so on. And I have some softwares I used to run my organization, I need to deploy those softwares in a particular infrastructure. Good. And I have Microsoft coming to meet me and telling me that use my infrastructure and you pay for it. So I use their infrastructure and I pay for the infrastructure that I'm using. But Microsoft manages the infrastructure, the physical parameters, the electricity, the power, and everything around managing infrastructure. Microsoft does it, but I use the infrastructure. So I just pay them for it. So that concept is called cloud computing.
I see. And to even button here to say, if we're going to use an analogy, it's going to be the concept of like an Airbnb or a serviced apartment where there's an infrastructure. You then just come, enjoy the services, and you move on with whatever you're doing. That is just to break it really down.
Yeah, so that's how the concept of cloud computing is. And also in terms of DevOps is just development and operation. Just bringing the 3 letters in front of those 2 words together and bringing it together as development and operation. So what a DevOps engineer literally means is just being in the life cycle of an application, starting from the development stage till when it gets to the operational stage, where it gets to the users of that product. For instance, you are not just developing your application for you to just use to play in your house. No, you are developing it for your customers. So that those your customers are going to use that applications, and you have to update your applications. You have to give valid response to your customers' desires, and so on and so forth. So the DevOps works around the cycle of the application, starting from the development stage to the operational stage of it.
Okay. All right. You mentioned something that you mentioned a couple of companies like Microsoft, Amazon, which is the AWS, and a couple of other companies that, provide cloud services. Would you say, when you deploy your projects on them, how do you get the project out back? Like, just to walk us through how that looks like.
Okay, so let me just give you a sample of that. Looking at Facebook, for instance.
Okay.
So when you open your phone, you open the Facebook app. Let's just look at the web version of it, facebook.com.
Yeah.
Put in the link and it brings out Facebook kind of application for you on your phone.
On the interface.
On the interface and so on. So, but you know fully that it's connecting to a particular server.
What is a server?
Okay, so a server is a computer, but in terms of an advanced computer.
Okay.
So on it, we host our applications.
Okay.
You have different applications. You have the backend applications. We have the front-end applications.
Okay.
That your web applications are hosted on servers. So using the layman word, a user can just say, okay, I am connecting to Facebook, but literally you are just connecting to a server. So that's how it is, using the layman word for understanding sake. The user is just connecting to a server and you are speaking with the server, getting information from that server. But on your phone, you are just seeing the information and so on and so forth. So that's how it is. Also with the mobile applications also. The mobile applications also are connecting to backend services hosted on servers.
Okay.
So that's how it works.
All right. And I think with that explanation, when you think about even data analytics projects, is the same concept where they are being hosted on a server to for people to then use. So take your ChatGPT, for example, which is the most popular AI product right out there now, right? You see that you are interfacing with a chatbot, but you're getting responses. A server is definitely behind that, making it all happen in that manner. So what you've shared about cloud engineering and DevOps sounds interesting. How did you get into the role? Share with us.
Okay, so I'll firstly start with my course of study. Actually, I studied geology.
Interesting.
So I've intentionally...
So for any geologist out there, there's possibility for you in cloud computing.
I intentionally started with that just to bring people to that, off that mindset of I don't study computer science. Understand? So going into software development and so on doesn't mean that you ought to and you have to start from computer science as a whole, but you can progress to studying computer science depending on your wish and so on and so forth. But nevertheless, it's different from you being a software developer. So start with that. I started being as a geologist. I moved on to so during my service here, Nigeria kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I worked as a IT trainer. I taught students computer. So also I served in Bautin local government in Kwara State. So in the local government office, they organized something that year to train the young students. Because it was holiday period. So I trained them for 1 full month in computer.
Interesting.
You understand? Teaching them the hardware components of computer, the networking aspect of it, and so on and so forth. So it made it easier for me to do those things and so on and so forth. So after that, coming back to Lagos, I started my career as an IT support engineer in one of Nigeria's bank. And in that process of being an IT support engineer, I learned the concept of computer. So computer is not just a laptop in your front. How it really works. So that is now a different ball game. What does it mean to have a RAM? What does it mean to have a CPU? What does it mean to have a hard
usually
drive?
people just, when you want to work on the computer, you just pick it and just do your work and go. If there's an issue, you find an engineer to fix it. You don't need to stress yourself.
So that thing, it really helped me in that aspect to be able to say, okay, this is how this thing works. And also I moved from just being an IT support engineer to learning the concept of servers, how servers really work. So servers, when you just pick your system, you are logging into a server. You are logging into a system.
Another computer
system. You understand? But that computer system is not having your monitor that you have on your physical
and keyboards
and so on and so forth. So I learned that there also. I learned networking, how networking really works, and also I learned a good aspect of cybersecurity. So in that aspect of learning cybersecurity, one of the certifications I did, I learned a particular module, a course that have to deal with DevOps and cloud computing. So that was where it started majorly. So I was like, okay, so you mean that it's not compulsory that I have to use a physical server in my basement and so on and so forth. That means I can use something called cloud computing. So it was then I began to learn more about DevOps. So until when I got into the organization where I work presently, I got in as a DevOps engineer. So by the time I'm coming in, I've already had a background understanding of what DevOps really entail in terms of cloud computing. So, but when I came in, then I now begin to learn the DevOps role. So I'll talk about that later. So cloud computing, cloud engineering is one concept. DevOps is another concept. But doing DevOps, you will learn cloud along the way. So you can mix the two together. But when you are looking into it, you have people that are majorly cloud engineers.
You've shared a great deal about cloud computing and DevOps engineering, but how technical do I have to be to become a cloud engineer and a DevOps engineer?
So how technical? That's question I will tell you from my own experience.
Sure.
It's just you knowing your own notes in what you do.
What do you mean by that?
So it means that be good at everything you do. Majorly. It may not be software development, but just be good at everything you do. So by the time you want to talk about what you do, you are saying it from the point of confidence, not from the point of I guesswork. Again. So once you can be able to say, okay, this is what it means to be a cloud engineer. This is what cloud really entails. This is the amount of effort you need to put into it. So you are not saying it from the point of let me go and check something online.
Okay.
Can give you the answer.
But for if you're just starting out, you probably tend to do that a lot,
Okay, so starting up as a young person, I would tell you from my own point of experience, please get a mentor.
Okay.
It really, really helps. It really, really helps. So one funny thing about cloud computing is that is the cost analysis of it. You know you need to get a mentor.
Oh, yeah.
Meaning that when you turn on the server down for 2 days,
and you see the cost.
Oh, yeah. You know that you need to get.
I remember a man sharing that he incurred about 18K overnight in cost because he forgot to turn off an instance. So okay. So what then would you say is, because you mentioned you talked about cloud computing basically meaning that you're putting your stuff, your data, your application on another person's computer, right? In your own opinion, what are the data privacy connotations of that? Being that I'm sure that my data is safe, is secure, and there's not going to be an issue based on that activity.
Okay, so part of the MOU signed when you are starting a new subscription on the cloud service is that data privacy is, even in everything we do presently, this age and this time, data privacy is essential. Like, essential. So it's not something that you just want to joke with.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see his data or our data outside there. Anyhow, so when you are using a cloud service, that doesn't mean that they extract your data and use it for their personal gain. No.
Okay.
They are giving you a infrastructure to use, and you are just, what would I call it, using the resource for your usage. But that doesn't mean they are having access to your own data and information in it. You alone have access to it.
Okay.
So you can now determine that, okay, I want to share my data with so person or this person or that person. So the person,
you are in full control of your
data or your information and the things you put into it.
Okay.
So, but the hardware component of it is what the cloud service controls, not the information in it.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. A great deal for that. So I would then ask, because I was recently at a conference that I spoke at, and a lady asked me that she's interested in cloud engineering, but she's into the world of analytics, right? So she says, if memory serves me right, she's a data analyst, right? So talking about intersections of data analytics and AI, which is the buzz now, right? And concepts of cloud computing and DevOps. What possibilities do you think exist in that area?
Okay, I thought about that question when I first saw it, and I will tell you there are different career paths in it, and it's quite interesting. We have large volumes of career paths in it that you can go into.
Explore.
So we have one aspect of it being cloud engineering. So cloud engineering entails working as an engineer that does majorly cloud infrastructure.
Okay.
You understand?
So does that mean deploying data solutions?
No, so those ones are DevOps rule.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I said the cloud engineering itself. Okay. So the cloud engineering means creating the infrastructure itself, managing the infrastructure, not infrastructure, managing the infrastructure, and so on and so forth in the cloud. And also we have on that aspect the DevOps guys. So the DevOps works about development and operations. So what it majorly is that from the initial part of developing the application, the DevOps are creating the infrastructures that are required for it. They are already making the pipelines to deploy the applications, doing the necessary configurations and so on and so forth. And also getting to production, pushing the code, the things out for the users to be able to use and so on and so forth. So that's what the DevOps really do. And also you have the SRE. So that's site reliability engineers.
Site reliability engineers. Okay.
So the SRE does majorly monitoring the things you have in production.
Okay.
Monitoring the infrastructure. For instance, I think, is it last year, or if I'm to get my data right, I don't know, Facebook was down.
Yeah. Facebook, WhatsApp. Yes.
was down. So when it went down, the people that ensure that this thing is down, it must come up immediately. Those are the site reliability engineers.
Okay.
So they monitor the whole system around it. So is there any increase in memory usage or increase in CPU usage or so on? Or is there any code that is breaking somewhere? You understand? So that's where the site reliability engineers come to play. And also, in terms of data analytics, the concept data, you have the data analytics guys.
Okay.
They are due to analyze the data and so on and so forth. You have the data engineers.
Yeah.
They manage the data itself in Power BI and so on and so forth. And you have the data scientists and so on. They do that to their own concepts. And in terms of AI, we have the artificial intelligence engineers. So what those guys really do again is train models.
Yeah.
So when we talk about models, I don't want to go in depth to it. Is that training AI models to do things. For instance, when you tell an AI model A plus B is equal to C.
Yeah.
You are training it. So you are training it to solve a problem for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So the next problem, you can use that same AI and say, okay, I've already looked at the AI looks at the data I've provided and so, okay, this is the solution I'm providing for this.
Yeah, based on problem, the data that I've already been trained on. Yeah.
You understand? So that you have some people that their job role is majorly on that artificial intelligence. We have them in different organizations. Can be metrology, can be we even have, like, for instance, we just got in Lagos State, we have this traffic control things installed on the roads. Yeah. And you take that they were trained with AI to be able to determine the speed of the cars that pass through it. So you understand? So that's the aspect of AI. That's another example of AI and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So there are many parts.
You then say that when you're able to, so regardless of your role, if I get you correctly, regardless of your role, you can add the cloud components to it or cloud engineering components to it?
Yes. I can give the answer. The answer is yes.
Okay.
Because of the cloud part of it is majorly, how many infrastructure can you host in a country called Nigeria? Literally speaking, you are talking about the internet bandwidth it needs, the temperature, how to cool the servers, the systems, and many of these things are required to manage IT infrastructure. So it's best you just give the managing of that to a organization like Amazon or Microsoft or Google.
But they are local companies now.
They are local companies. One now, we have one in Lekki here also that does it. Also, they manage your data for you, the infrastructure for you. So the only thing you just do is, you pay them and you use their infrastructure and you are good. Okay. So it's a good to go thing.
All right. Thank you very much. As we start to round up now, what is the easiest way that you can talk about to become a cloud engineer or a DevOps engineer? Like the easiest way, in your opinion, right? I know that you mentor a couple of people in cloud engineering, DevOps. So what have you seen as the lowest barrier of entry?
To me, the lowest barrier of entry, I would say, is just reading about it. Okay. Get some YouTube videos.
Okay.
I remember then when I started as a DevOps engineer, one of the things I do is that I go to YouTube.
Oh yeah. University of YouTube.
University of YouTube. I thank God you have a couple of guys out there pushing videos online. So I go online and I watch those videos to look at, okay, what does it mean to have a pipeline? What does it mean to have a server online? How do I manage the server? How do I shut it down? How do I turn it up? And so on and so forth. And let me tell you something, practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
If you do that consistently with time and you're able to get a right mentor to guide you in it, I can tell you, cloud is not something you can just run up to and say that I've learned it online. Let me go and do it immediately. When you see the bill that will come from it,
oh, yeah.
you will think of why do I get here? You understand?
All right. Thank you. So to then ask, I would say, what were the earlier things you did in your career that led you to this path now, or should I say that is beneficial, that has been beneficial for you to this path and to what you do now? And we ask our guests these questions often.
So one of the things I did that I know I'm happy I did that was getting a right mentor early enough.
Okay. Yeah. I see. So mentorship is key.
Mentorship is key. And there's a reason why I still recommend mentorship. You don't need to have a lot of mistakes to get things right.
Yeah. You're trying to figure it out all on your own.
You don't need to recreate the wheel.
How then do you get mentorship? Sorry to just, I have to ask, how do you seek out a mentor in cloud engineering?
Okay. For instance, you can, if you know people that can be recommended for you, number one. Number two, if you work with some of them that you can speak with, that's number two. And number three, if you can meet some of them online on LinkedIn, for instance, you have a couple of DevOps engineers that are willing to train.
You understand?
And mentor. You understand? And another thing again is that, please, I always tell young developers or young engineers, please, always try as much as possible to have a hands-on experience.
Okay. So they have to, whatever you learn, even if your mentor has taught you something, you have to practice it and put it to work.
Yeah, you need to have a hands-on experience because of sometimes you believe that you have known it. Not until when you get there.
You then realize.
And you realize that, no, actually, this code is not working.
Oh, yeah. So it doesn't become a concept of, it works on my laptop, or so now you deployed it, but it's not working in production,
That thing can be, it can really be funny. Funny enough. So how it helped me in my own time was that when I started off in this pathway, I usually go to my mentor and tell him, "Sir, good morning, sir. I'm here again. Any project for the day?"
Oh, yeah. So you were always putting yourself out there.
I was doing it virtually every day. I believe he's going to watch this video again and he will tell you that, yes, I actually did it. Every day I'm always saying, knock, knock. I'm here again. Any project for the day.
And actually contributed to your growth.
And it skyrocketed me. Because the kind of projects that they were giving to him were his own level projects.
Oh, yeah.
So I was picking his projects.
Oh, yeah.
And doing it.
And it stretched you. And
sometimes if you don't say, okay, I need to do this, deploy 2 VMs, this and this and that and that. And let me see it how you can do it. So the next thing I will do, I will work overnight. I'm not saying you should do that. I personally will work overnight. And I'll be going to office the next day morning. I will work overnight to how to write that Terraform code to automate deployment of 2 VMs and writing the Ansible code to do the other thing again, to install the other things on VM.
Although you've mentioned some interesting keywords now that I don't think everybody that will be watching this would understand, Terraform and the likes. But thank you very much, John Ewuji. It has been incredible speaking with you. And there you have it, viewers and audiences. As you can hear from the cloud engineer himself and DevOps engineer, this is a possible skill set to have if you are a data and analytics professional, and even if you are watching this and you are just interested in tech generally, these are skill sets to learn and imbibe, and you'll be good for it. My name is Philip Ade-Akanbi, coming to you from the studios of Africa Tech Radio. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning. Thank you very much.